Hello guys, welcome into the channel. It is January 1st, so I first want to say Happy New Year to everyone. It's nice to get 2018 out of the way after a long crypto winter, and hopefully 2019 brings us a more upside than what we saw in 2018. It wouldn't take much to see more upside than what we saw in 2018, so let's all hope for a good 2019. With it being the first of the month, that means it is time for our DApp platform comparison, where we take a look at EOS, Tron, and Ethereum dApps on the first of the month, taking a look at a snapshot of today's DApp stats to get an idea of the growth or regression in these DApp platforms. So here we have DApp Radar pulled up, which we will use to look at the DApp stats, as well as last month's article going over the comparisons. This is now the 5th month in a row we have been doing this, and we will be comparing these DApp stats to last month on December 1st. So starting off with EOS dApps, and our first category is the number of dApps on DApp Radar. Last month we saw 183, and month over month you can see here there's about a 50 give or take DApp addition every month for EOS. So if we look quickly at how many dApps are now listed on DApp Radar for EOS, we are up to 228 dApps. So again, right there in that wheelhouse of about 50 dApps being added per month for EOS dApps on DApp Radar. Next up, looking at 24-hour transactions over 10,000, so the amount of dApps with transactions over 10,000 during the last 24-hour period. Last month it brought us 23 EOS dApps over 10,000 24-hour transactions. This month we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25. 25 EOS dApps over 10,000 24-hour transactions during this first of the month snapshot. So continued growth again in EOS dApps over 10,000 24-hour transactions. Next up, looking at the users over 24 hours for dApps. Last month was a change in what we had seen, going from 10 dApps on November 1st over 1,000 24-hour users to 7 dApps over 1,000 24-hour users on December 1st. Let's see what numbers we get this month to see if that was an anomaly or if that trend continued. So sorting by users over 24 hours, EOS dApps on January 1st. This month we are seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 dApps over 1,000 24-hour users. So this drop down from 10 to 7 just seems to be an anomaly we saw on the first of the month last month. We are now up on January 1st today. During this daily snapshot, we are seeing 12 dApps with over 1,000 users over the last 24 hours. So for this month, we are seeing growth in all the three categories here: number of dApps on DApp Radar, number of dApps with over 10,000 24-hour transactions, and number of dApps with over 1,000 24-hour users. So still steady growth in the EOS DApp ecosystem. So next up, here is last month, December 1st, snapshot of the top EOS dApps sorted by the number of 24-hour transactions, and this month sorted by 24-hour transactions. So in the one spot, we still have Bet Dice. They have changed their name to just Dice, so Dice is Bet Dice. They're just known as Dice now. In terms of 24-hour transactions, they are down quite a bit, from 745,000 last month to 556,000 this month. These numbers might be a little skewed looking at just the 24-hour snapshot here. Because of the holiday season, less people are probably using dApps at this point. It is the first of the year after all, and most people are out partying or with their families. And from there, the next two spots in the top three in terms of 24-hour transactions are different. Last month was EOS Bet and EOS Faker. This month we are seeing Poker EOS and Royal Online Vegas finishing out the top three this month. But transaction volumes in that number 2 spot are better than last month, 519,000 this month compared to EOS Bet, which had 437,000 last month. And EOS Faker had 288,000 in the 3rd spot this month. Royal Online Vegas today on January 1st has 268,000 transactions over the last 24 hours. So about a 20,000 drop there, but a decent 80,000 plus gain here for the number 2 spot. So overall, comparing to December 1st, 1 month ago, we're seeing around the same amount of transactions through the top 3, but it's just a different gaming platform that we are seeing the volume on. Again, last month was EOS Bet and EOS Faker. This month we are seeing Poker EOS and Royal Online Vegas in the number 2 and 3 spots. And the one DApp that is not a gambling platform, EOS Knights, still coming in at the number 4 spot and actually up quite a lot on transactions and users as well. Last month 133,000 24-hour transactions, this month 205,000, and last month we saw 3,700 24-hour users. This month over 5,000 24-hour users for EOS Knights. So the EOS Knights game continues to be popular and getting more popular. So next up on the list, we'll take a look at the Ethereum dApps. Last month, Ethereum dApps had 1,255 dApps listed on Dapp Radar. This month, we are coming in at 1,324. So nice growth there in terms of number of dApps being listed for Ethereum on Dapp Radar. In terms of dApps with over 10,000 24-hour transactions for Ethereum, last month we saw 1. This month, Ethereum coming in with 0. Not a single dApp on Ethereum with over 10,000 transactions over the last 24 hours. And the number 1 spot, IDEX, coming in with less than half that. So as we've seen month over month, the Ethereum dApps continue to trend towards the downside. Definitely opposite of what we've seen from the EOS dApps. And the final category, looking at Ethereum dApps with over 1,000 24-hour users. Last month had 0. This month, a bit of a change. So last month, 0,000 users over the last 24 hours. This month, we are seeing 2 Ethereum dApps with over 1,000 24-hour users. With 1 ETH, which is a high-risk game, coming in at 1,800, and My Crypto Heroes, which is a game coming in at over 1,300 users. So we are seeing some growth there, at least, in terms of 24-hour users for some of these Ethereum dApps. And looking at Ethereum this month versus last month, sorted by transactions over the last 24 hours, we can see a clear drop in the amount of transactions with 4,400, 3,500, 3,300, as compared to last month, 10,600, 6,800, 6,500. So pretty much these transaction numbers here over the last 24 hours got cut in half compared to December 1st last month. And we see CryptoKitties, which was in the number 1 spot, fall pretty hard to the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spot here in terms of 24-hour transactions, with Dice to Win and IDEX still holding their spots in that top 3. But just with this quick month-over-month analysis, this wasn't the greatest month for the Ethereum dApps, other than user growth with 2 dApps over 1,000 24-hour users today on January 1st. All right, now for the new addition, Tron. Tron, which just got added in last month to Dapp Radar, and we started tracking it last month. If we take a look at the amount of total dApps here for Tron on Dapp Radar, last month we saw 16. This month we're seeing big growth in terms of number of dApps, all the way up to 57. Not quite that 50 a month we've seen in the early stages of EOS being added, but really good gains here, now up to 57 dApps for Tron on Dapp Radar. And taking a look at dApps over 10,000 24-hour transactions, sort by 24-hour transactions here. Last month, Tron had 3. This month, Tron has 1, 2, 3, 4. So an addition of 1 there for Tron in terms of the number of dApps over 10,000 24-hour transactions. In the final category here, number of dApps over 1,000 24-hour users. Last month, Tron had 3. This month, Tron has 1, 2, 3. So 3 as well for Tron. So not much growth from Tron in terms of 24-hour transactions over 10,000 or Tron dApps over 1,000 24-hour users. So now looking at Tron dApps sorted by 24-hour transactions this month versus last month. Tron Bet in the number 1 spot last month. Tron Dice, number 2 spot. Dice Bet in the 3 spot. We're still seeing those up at the top. We have Tron Bet in the 1 spot, but now we have the new Tron Vegas in the 2 spot, Tron Dice in the 3 spot, Dice Bet in the 4 spot. So with the addition of Tron Vegas here, that just pushed Tron Dice and Dice Bet down. So if we look at 24-hour transaction numbers, last month, Tron Bet, 1,250,000 almost 24-hour transactions. Big drop this month, 537,000 24-hour transactions here for Tron Bet. But some decent growth in the other 2. Tron Vegas, which was not in the top 3 last month, seeing almost 400,000 24-hour transactions. Dice Bet last month saw 69,000. Dice Bet this month, 28,000. So a good size drop there for Dice Bet. And Tron Dice last month, 76,000. Tron Dice this month, 148,000. So pretty much a doubling there in terms of 24-hour transactions. And just taking a quick look at 24-hour users here. Tron Bet at over 2,000 now. They were at just under 1,500. So a good growth there for Tron Bet. Tron Dice, 2,700. They were at 2,100. So again, a nice addition of users for Tron Dice. Dice Bet had 1,800 last month. Dice Bet this month only has 370, so it really appears that Dice Bet is losing its steam. But overall for Tron, if you look below the top couple here, we're definitely seeing some better growth than what we had last month. You know, at the top, you definitely had a lot of users, a lot of transactions. But after that, I mean, we're talking a couple thousand, and then you only got 2 dApps with a couple thousand. Then it went to a couple hundred transactions, and then, you know, just a couple transactions for the last couple here. And there was only 12 dApps seeing any sort of transactions at all on Tron, with very low users as well. This month, we're definitely seeing an uptick. Just looking through the top here, I mean, we got at least 3,800 24-hour transactions through the top 12 or so here. And in terms of users, we have at least 51 users on all of these dApps through the top here, where last month it was just abysmal. 1 user, 3 users, 4 users, 1 transaction, 3 transactions, 43 transactions. You know, not much there. So the Tron dApp usage is definitely increasing here, though the ones at the top in terms of 24-hour transactions, not seeing as many, though the 24-hour user base did grow over the month-over-month snapshot comparison here at the first of the month. So as usual, I will be putting this video and typing up the findings into a Tribe article. This is last month's. It'll be very similar to last month's. But I'll leave a link to that, as well as last month's, in the description below if you want to check that out. If you guys did enjoy this video, please drop a like on it. It goes a long way to supporting the channel. If you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. And I'd love to hear what you guys think about the growth we are seeing in these dApp platforms, or maybe the not so much growth we are seeing in ETH. Let me know your comments on these 3 platforms, Ethereum, EOS, and Tron, in the comments below. But other than that, that's going to do it for me for this one. I will see you guys in the next one. And as always, stay living that crypto money life.